1. Thomas wants Hope, schemes to break up Lope's marriage. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers bother that Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, will before long wind up on a mission. He has been developing nearer to Hope Spencer, Annika Noel, recently, as Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samiri, has been mentioning a ton of time with Hope. Douglas and Hope have been filling the gaps in one another's hearts and helping each other as they lament the real misfortunes in their lives. As indicated by B&B spoilers, Thomas will before long end up growing genuine affections for Hope. Beforehand, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, cautioned Thomas about getting excessively near Hope, and Thomas guaranteed him that his aims were unadulterated and that his association with Hope was altogether about Douglas. In any case, it appears that Thomas won't almost certainly help his sentiments as he keeps on investing energy with Hope and watch her around his child. B&B spoilers state that Thomas will before long admit his developing sentiments to his dad. Edge will be frightened, and he'll most likely begin to ponder whether Taylor Hayes, Hunter Tylo, expectation about a Thomas/Hope love association is working out. Edge will probably caution his child again about getting excessively near an officially hitched lady, however it doesn't look like Thomas is going to regard his father's notice. Rather, B&B spoilers show that Thomas will find a way to put himself closer to Hope and undermine her marriage with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. To start with, Thomas will conclude that he needs to return to work at Forrester, however he won't have any old task at the top of the priority list. He'll need to work explicitly on Hope for the future, HFTF. Obviously, HFTF took a secondary lounge to the Intimates gathering for some time, so it's an ideal opportunity to revive the line. Thomas will contend that he's the perfect man for the activity. It will evidently be a determined proceed onward Thomas section, one that will place him in direct nearness with Hope every day. In any case, Thomas won't stop there. Next, he'll begin to meddle in Hope and Liam's marriage by planting the seed in Hope's mind that she ought to urge Liam to visit Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and the young ladies in Paris. It positively seems like Thomas may be on the way to making a play for Hope. He realizes that Hope's marriage with Liam is in a powerless state at the present time, and that she is by all accounts more joyful when she's with him and Douglas. Everything sounds like a formula for debacle for Lope's marriage! 2. The Bold and the Beautiful's best of the best moments in history. The Bold and the Beautiful is a demonstrate that has just been around for over 35 years. That may appear to be quite a while to the majority of us, yet it's a child in the cleanser world. Different shows have been around decades longer, and that is a thing. Be that as it may, we likewise realize this show has resilience. It may be quick and painless, however this show makes waves, changes the diversion, and it makes things known. We realize that we will never figure out how to move beyond what's occurred around here, and we realize that there's nothing any of us can do about a portion of the stuff that goes on around here. In any case, we additionally realize that there are a few minutes that will never under any circumstance blur from our psyches similar to the best. Macy's rebirth. Macy was a young lady that they thought was dead. Everybody was crushed, shattered, and hurt that she was followed being associated with an awful fender bender. Her demise was a noteworthy impact on everybody, and it was something fans felt watching the show. The minute that we as a whole acknowledged she was not, truth be told, dead, was a stunning minute for us all. Truth be told, she wound up being fit as a fiddle and living in Italy subsequent to investing a great deal of energy dead, and her arrival was a urgent minute for some characters. She changed the amusement with that one on the grounds that very few individuals on this show pass on and afterwards return to life. This simply isn't somewhat cleanser where individuals resurrected each 5.5 seconds. This is more love and misfortune and manipulating than death and murder and pandemonium. The great mistake. At the point when individuals commit errors around here, they commit enormous errors. They don't incidentally send the wrong instant message to the wrong individual and wind up in a bad position. They really, truly, commit errors that make their lives hopeless. Keep in mind when Hope was more youthful and her whole life was centered around the way that she would not resemble her mom, who rested around, got hitched like clockwork, and never settled on great relationship decisions. Expectation would not like to do everything without exception her mom did. She needed genuine love, to spare herself, and to not be a wanton lady. What's more, that implied she was not laying down with her beau, Oliver. She was unyielding about it, and he knew it. Along these lines, the minute she and her mom appeared at an ensemble ball wearing a similar cover, and he laid down with her mom supposing it was her, was past our dimension of perception. He realized she wouldn't change her see any problems, and she certainly would not alter her opinion in a circumstance like that one, but then he enabled himself to escape and lay down with her. But her was not Hope. It was her mom, Brooke, and Brooke additionally thought Oliver was her very own better half, Ridge. We don't purchase that for a second. The runaway bride. Do we recall that one time when Bill and Brooke were set to get hitched, well, no less than 1,000,000 times, to be very legitimate, and things didn't work out? Gracious, pause, that was pretty much without fail. Indeed, we are discussing that one time in the Persian Gulf when he was set to wed Brooke and he was great with it, yet Rich was definitely not. He was at that point distraught at Bill for truly existing, and he was not going to lose Brooke to him, so he came into the excellent shoreline setting on which their wedding was being held, snatched her by the hand, and took off running? Do you recall that? Do you recall her face when she understood what was occurring, and the way that she grabbed her dress and actually just kept running with him? That was a minute we will always remember, generally in light of the fact that we figured they would work after that. What's more, they didn't. And after that they did. And after that they didn't. We won't overlook it since it was astonishing, yet for the most part since it never worked for them. What's more, it likely never will work for them, genuinely. 3. Ranking the Bold and the Beautiful's villains from bad to worst. The Bold and the Beautiful fans don't have scalawags in the conventional sense. Most individuals here don't do the capturing, murdering, dreadful torment thing that other individuals do. Their essential objective in life is to take individuals from other individuals and have sentimental issues with each other. They need love, sex, and power, and they couldn't care less about whatever else. What's more, that implies that their lowlifes are regularly the least unfortunate. Butte, that doesn't imply that the general population in LA don't have miscreants neutralizing them in some cases. We figured we may experience the rundown of miscreants who go back and forth and make sense of which one is the most noticeably bad and which one is simply awful. We're positioning our top choices from awful to the most horrendous possible. Do you concur? Brooke Logan. We begin with her on purpose. She's not the most exceedingly bad, however she's a miscreant in any case. She's a lady who just pays special mind to herself and what she feels is critical and great in her life. What's more, that implies impeding her family. It implies getting pregnant by her little girl's better half. It implies laying down with her little girl's young beau. It implies taking men from her sister, her companions, her family, and everybody in the middle. It implies making bargains she ought not be making. It implies doing what she feels is correct and after that playing it like she is the person in question and every other person is out to hurt her. She's unsafe on the grounds that she solidly trusts her ghastly activities are an immediate consequence of the manner in which other individuals carry on. Elder Sharp. He was not a pleasant person, yet he's gone at this point. He isn't the most perilous, yet he completed a great deal of stuff that made us wonder in the event that he was the sort of fellow we could trust. Clearly, he isn't that sort of man. He hurt many individuals, accused his issues for other people, and did what he could to get his direction. He utilized individuals, he hurt individuals, and he did anything he could to be over his own amusement. He was perilous on the grounds that he had a real existence mission he was not going to turn away from or endeavor to manage in any way other than to ensure he got what he expected to get. What's more, that is the place he feels short. Quinn Fuller. Quinn is only somewhat insane, and that is the reason she gets the chance to go on the rundown. She's not a mastermind, however she gets in the method for things that are not her issue to worry about. She immovably trusts that her way is the most ideal way, and she couldn't care less how any other individual feels. She's not worried about their lifestyle, their circumstance, or their sentiments. She's not amidst things to get something besides her own specific manner, and she will do some scrappy stuff to ensure her child is upbeat regardless of whether she has no clue what will truly satisfy him. Sheila Carter. She's simply insane, and she's insane on 2 shows. She's determined to inflict some damage whenever she is around the local area, and she will do some insane things. From abducting children to doing ghastly things like locking individuals up and taking steps to slaughter them, she's not reluctant to transform her, commit errors, and do what she feels is the correct activity. She's not somebody who has much else to manage other than her own circumstance, and she will travel every which way she sees fit until she figures out how to improve her life. Bill Spencer. He isn't so much a lowlife as he is only a man who does what he needs, when he needs, how he needs. He's not somebody who concocts stories or manufactures pardons. He does his thing, he makes it a point to do it his way, and he doesn't apologize for it. He's hazardous in light of the fact that he is straightforward and open about his life, and he will do anything he can to get his way with no respect for any other person. Also, he has no issue with that by any means.